Emotions may appear to be very frightening.
And then you start experiencing them, and then
And then it's just... You don't need to be afraid of your emotions because the system of being a human being was actually set up for you to have all of these emotions.
all of them.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them. Being a human being is the entire experience. And having a lot of emotions, both positive and negative, doesn't mean that you're crazy. It doesn't mean that something's wrong with you. It doesn't mean that you're not spiritual enough, or that you haven't figured it out, or that you haven't learned to control enough things yet. It doesn't mean any of that.
But it's gonna be a good sign if you do feel crazy. Outwardly, that's what happens, right? It's a lot of times the people around us be like, what is wrong? Why are you feeling depressed all the time? Why don't you just snap out of it? Why don't you just go get a massage, But that actually being in these experiences, you're gonna feel crazy because it's actually connecting to your humanity, to who you really are, to your authentic expression. It's just part of you, and they're meant to move.
I feel like we need to rebrand this word, actually. I mean, crazy, when you think about it, it's a very abundant word. And being a human being, allowing yourself to be in this physiology and allow for a lot of experience, to allow yourself to feel and be willing to feel a lot, and acknowledge that if you're fully engaged with life, fully living life the whole way through, then that involves a lot.
Yeah, and it's going to be unpredictable. It's going to come out at random times, and other people that want to stay in logic and what's predictable is going to call you crazy, when really it's life fully expressing itself through you, your vitality, your energy coming through in your expression. It comes out in art, it comes out in relationships, and people love it. They truly do. It's what people look for. We see it in our movies, in the actors we love to watch, actors and actresses, when they're really in, fully expressing things. We're like, yes, you get goosebumps, and you can talk about it at end because you were feeling a full expression of life coming through them because they're connected to emotions.
Yeah. And I think no one wants to feel frantic, right? No one wants to feel anxious. And so the way that you drop in all the way and can allow for this fullness of experience to happen while there's something in you, a core, that is still deeply grounded and deeply present, is when you know that who you are is this expansive divine being, and that everything is perfectly okay just as it is now. And so when you drop into that knowing, and you know that all the time, in every single moment, then there can be this abundant richness on top of that, and you get to stay with the knowing of who you truly are.
And that's what we're really going to get into in this series. I mean, we know and we get it. It's messy. It is so messy, and it's going to feel out of control. And we're here to give you context for all of your experiences to help you get through and really connect to this expression, these emotions that move through you in an authentic way that is actually about building and creating the life that you want, the life that you've always seen, the life that you always dreamed. And there's infinite, there's 7.5 billion different ways that people experience emotions in this world.
So true.
And so there's no end to the discussions and the stories around it, but we're going to try to capture some really big themes, because our lives have been this. The two of us grew up being extraordinarily sensitive in this world, feeling things that we couldn't differentiate if it was ours or someone else's. And, for highly sensitive people, men and women that experience this, we're here to give you some help, give you some context as to what's coming as you start to open up to your expression, both from how it's going to impact your relationships, how it's going to impact your work, and how it's going to impact your creativity and your art and your love and everything else that you desire in your life.
So the way that we're structuring this series is actually going to be around particular emotions, classic emotions. So we have a video we're going to be doing on anger, on fear, on love, on jealousy. And in the midst of discussing that particular emotion, we're going to be discussing, how do you navigate this? How do you really feel it in the moment? How do you express it? How do you allow yourself to be richly human and also not become so overwhelmed by it? to know that it's perfectly allowed, and also that there's a part of yourself, your true self, that is always here regardless of what's happening.
We talk about emotions, energy in motion, right? We're redefining this term right now. We're going to differentiate emotions, yes, right?
Excited!
Yes. We're going to talk about emotions, and then we're trying to talk about classic emotions, as Kelley just mentioned. You know, when we identify and give meaning to our experiences, as I'm feeling sad or angry or happy, that's classic emotion. The first level is going to be talking about sensation that arises in the body.
Yes. Sometimes we're going to be talking about feeling. Sometimes we're going to be using the word emotion. And you guys get to just know we're talking about the richness of all these energies that are moving through your body. And to know that it's going to be all of that and more. Both of us so sincerely want you to feel healed. We want you to feel like you aren't suffering, that you don't want to leave the planet because things are too difficult, that you have trust and faith that there's a bigger picture happening here and that you're part of this bigger picture. And for so many people, it's those negative, challenging emotions where they disconnect, where they say, I can't be here anymore, I can't do this anymore. And what I really want for all of you, what we both want for all of you, is to feel so much love for this heartbreaking, wild, beautiful experience of being a human being, that you lock in and you're like, yes.
That's right.
I am saying yes to all of it.
Every moment.
Every moment.
To your heart being broken open again and again and again, and feeling the most you've ever felt, and also being the most connected and joyful and loving you've ever been.
Yes. Thanks so much for watching today. I'm Kelley.
And I'm Chris.
And if this video brought up anything for you that you would like to explore or get additional support around, both Chris and I offer private one-on-one coaching, and we would love to dive deeper with you. Our website information is below.
And please subscribe. Kelley and I do videos regularly covering a huge range of topics around emotions and exploring emotions. And please share it with your friends and family that you know are needing help. We'd love to help. And please reach out to us and contact us with your questions. We'd love to dive in deep with you.